Oh, yeah. Once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with a Rick Rack quick attach luggage system, quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and get hooked up now. 2020 Sturgis meetup reminder. Thursday, August 13th, 2020, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Carve out that time if you're interested. That's going to be outside the Sturgis area, of course. You must be signed up as an official mid-level or above patron prior to May 13th, 2020. That's 3 months prior to the event. The deadline for sign-up is June 1st, 2020 by midnight. Pacific Standard Time, official sign-up form. The only place you can sign up, the only place that is official so you can attend is at lawabidingbiker.com/2020 meetup. That's 2020 meetup. Sign up in the private Facebook group is not official. We don't recognize that. You got to go to that form. Very important. Once you sign up, check for 2 emails. First is a confirmation. Hey, thanks for signing up. Here's some preliminary information. The second one that you really need to make sure you get is the one that's ending up in your email junk spam folder for a lot of you. It's the email opt-in. You need to get that email, opt into that email list. That's the only way that after you've been vetted and officially signed up that we will be communicating with you to give right up to the wire. We'll be giving you the details on the time, exact time, location, all those details. So you must opt in to that email list. And we hope the list is getting big, Matt. It's getting big. Every year these things grow. And Sturgis is going to be big, bro. Sturgis is going to be big. Hey, Bikeaholics. 030 has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products. And this is going to be once in a while. And so if you're going to be around Sturgis or you're thinking of going to Sturgis, it's just because we're so busy we can't do this. We try to really cater to our patron members. But we're lucky because in Sturgis this year, there's going to be a public meet and greet. You don't have to be a patron member. You can just be a watcher, a listener, or whoever. We want to meet you. That's very important to us more than it's very important that we meet all the audience. So meet the lab crew. A ton of us will be there. If we even get luckier, right here on the line with me that's doing this episode from somewhere in the state of California. You never know where he is, but is Matt Pass. And he's been invited to be at the Law Abiding Biker booth, although he's remote, and I've done a ton of stuff with him in the past online. We've never actually met in person, and I feel like he's part of the lab crew and one of the OG patrons. So if he's going to be able to go to Sturgis, he will be there, and we will be in the booth, a bunch of the lab guys, Tuesday, August 11th, 2020, Black Hills Harley Davidson in Rapid City, South Dakota, Rick Rack booth, 11 to 1, Zero 3D booth, 1 to 3. And stop by. We'll just shake your hand, get to know you. I'll be filming a new documentary film, of course, like I always am. And should be a good time. We hope to see you there. All right. Shall we dive in here, Matt?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the 99%. That's right, large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history by being here, by listening, by watching, whatever it is, however you consume our content, you're part of what we call hashtag the biker revolution. That's right. Matt from California has just one question for you. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics? Mount up. Let Matt take you on another wild ass ride. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That's right. Matt likes you to, if he's gonna take you for a ride, you get on, you two up, and he likes you to grab real tight around the waist. Hang on tight.
Let's see if everyone can hear this one. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
but it wasn't a beer this time. I carry these in my gym, and I did this just for this episode. It is Immunity Aid. See that?
Oh, dude, you ain't shitting. It is, dude.
It is literally called Immunity Aid. It's they're not a sponsor of the show. I just thought it'd be funny to bring that since everything we're talking about right now.
Yeah, healthy.
Funny. It's it's not a beer. Darn it! I wish it was some spiced rum or something, but it's not. It's It's an immunity aid.
Healthy guy down there, make me feel bad drinking beer here, dude.
I normally would have had if I would have been taking this call at the house. I would have had my Deschutes black. What was it? Black Butte Porter is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
The Deschutes up from out there in Portland. I'm in Portland about every 3 weeks for work, or at least I was.
Oh, you are? Huh? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got introduced to that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is freaking delicious. So I found it here, but it was like $18 for a 12-pack. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I bought it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you got to, dude.
I bought it. So,
anyway. Nice. So we're going to catch up a little bit with Matt. This is just going to be a fun episode. The main topic, well, we got a little business to take care of. We got some fun stuff to take care of, but the main topic is going to be, we're not going to get deep into really, at the time of this recording, it is the height of the coronavirus pandemic. And I'll probably usually we're about 2 months out before they release to the public. Because of this one, we'll probably just release it quickly. We'll bump it up. We're not going to get a ton of that. Really, it's going to be an evergreen episode because there's different reasons that maybe, motorcyclists, bikers get stuck at home, whether it's an illness, an injury, other stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's really, it is kind of about what's going on right now currently, but I think it can be used for a lot of guys. And just when you're bored and you're at home, or it's winter and you're cooped up, or whatever the case may be, our Canada guys get cooped up all the time for these long winters, or some of our guys even in other states. So it's going to be all about some things you can do, some things we're doing right now. We're going to list a bunch of different movies that maybe you haven't thought about, motorcycle content. We could get into books, and we're just going to let it roll. But I'm interested, Matt, just because this is just kind of a fun episode. It's been a while since we were able to catch up with you. I'm looking at you. You're sitting. Tell us a little bit for the audience, because he's been on so many episodes in the past, and he does live in California. What are you up to these days? I see a gym in the background, and I know you're doing the podcast. It looks like you might have taken a break from what I see.
Yeah.
I listen. It's fun.
Doing it in seasons.
So in seasons now. So give us a little update. Yeah. What bike you're riding? How's life, man?
Sure. Yeah, man. No, thanks for asking. So yeah, since our when we did the last episode, I had actually had a lot of this gym equipment in the house. I had started doing that, messing around with it. Always wanted to open up a small fitness facility. And I was also, had launched off the Gym Rant podcast. And, November of 2018, I had decided it was time to open a little small studio. So my official open date, I had gotten it all ready, found a landlord that was really cool. I actually pulled the trigger and opened like a boot camp fitness facility. That's what you're seeing all in the back. Well, right now, seeing a lot of stuff scattered because obviously we're shut down, right? COVID-19.
Yep.
So I've taken this time. I pulled up the rubber flooring, laid some more adhesive. I've got stuff everywhere. But then it was almost good because I poured some floorboards off the wall to replace them. And I noticed a tiny leak, or potential leak behind the wall where some pipes were. So I had a plumber come cut a hole in the wall, make sure we didn't have any mold or anything growing back there. Everything's fine. But yeah, man, that's what I've been doing. So since January 7, 2019, I've been up at 4 a.m. running fitness classes. Then I go do the regular day job, and I travel for work and stuff still. And then at 5:30 p.m., I open the doors to the gym again and run fitness classes from 5:30 till sometimes 9:30 at night. So as we grew,
wow.
As we grew, I got some help, got some contract coaches in here and things like that. So that helped free up some time. But yeah, that's why I haven't been super active in the Facebook page and things like that. Cause at the time I'll post or like something as I get time, but I'll tell you what. Oh, and my son was born January 31st, 2019. So we had a baby. We opened a business on the 7th, had a baby on the 31st. And just ever since then, it's just been balls to the wall. You know what I mean? Just full steam ahead, as you know. Having your day gig and having a business too. It's hard. So feel blessed that we made it through our first year. We were literally breaking even within 3 months of opening, which was great. Hasn't been a huge profitability margin, but we survived. The doors have been open. We haven't quote unquote lost any money really until right now when we had to shut down. But it looks like, the nation's leaders and stuff, they're doing everything right to help get things moving. So we'll be okay. I have faith that we'll be okay. But yeah, it's been a hell of a year, my dude. And actually I went to work for another company within all that time too. So in February, I left the company I was with, got on with a new company, and my wife's like, "This is crazy. You got recruited to go to this other company, plus you run it. How are you going to do this?" And it's just been a huge balancing act, massive balancing act. I have not been able to get on the bike as much as I've wanted to. In fact, I blew the dust off the other day. I told my wife, I said, "You know what?" I said, "There's no one on the road." I posted about this in the Facebook group. I said, "There's no one on the road."
I saw that.
I'm riding. It's probably the safest time for me to be out there on my bike, but between the business and then having the baby and then my wife, you know what I mean? With an infant, she's not excited about crawling on the back of a bike right now. She's like, "Hey, if we both go down," and so usually it's been just me, which is fine. I told her, so now I got to sell the Ultra Limited, and that's what I'm riding. Still riding my Ultra Limited. I said, now I can get like a bobber, right? I can get like a cool bar hopper, right? She's like, "You are not selling my bike. It's her bike, not mine, because she got the big seat, So, but that's been me the past year, man. It's just been nuts. I'm looking forward to. I'm not excited about the COVID-19 thing that's going on right now, but I wouldn't have been able to sit down and do this. I can tell you that. I would have been right. What time is it? I would have been just ending a fitness class right now, or running in the middle of one of them. So this is a silver lining, I guess. I got, hey, push the pause button and learn what my wife and kids look like again, and stuff. Man, it's rough. It's right. How do you got daughters, man, too, right? I mean, how do you do it?
Dude, no. And I think that's why we've related so much over the year. Cause we both, we both don't have any problems with coming up with words to describe things. And we're passionate about what we believe in. We're both, Energizer bunnies. We just do, and we go and we go. And no, dude, we talked about that a little bit. It's going on 7 years. I can't describe. It's just, you don't sleep a lot. You just have to have a drive that you're not going to give up. And, it's not all fun and games, at all. But, to get anywhere in this world, you gotta keep driving forward, and I've just never been a quitter, me
neither. And I'll tell you what, when this happened, I sat in the mirror, this one over here, the gym, and I thought, I don't have any debt, because when I opened this place, I didn't finance anything. I saved every dime, and I built it all. I paid for it all. And I thought, you know what? I could literally put everything in storage and just take a break. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity. I freeze everybody's account. I refund whatever the remaining month is. I'm not out anything. We didn't really lose anything, quote unquote. Depends on how you look at loss. You know what I'm talking about. You're a business owner. It depends on what you consider loss. And I thought, but then that kept me up at night. There's no way. I can't stop. There's no way. Unless it burnt down, there's no giving up. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm going to go for it. I might find some more balance in things, but no. And I'll tell you what, I'm very, very ADD, right? So I think
both of us. I
complain sometimes that I'm burning the candle at both ends, and I'm a little overworked. And for one, it's all self-inflicted, right? I have nobody to blame but myself, right? So it's hard to complain about things that are a self-inflicted wound. You know what I mean? So I tell my wife, I'll vent for a minute, and I go, you know what though? This is all self-inflicted stuff. So that's a cool thing to keep guys like me in check. You know what I mean? Because I finger gets pointed right here for any time I'm overworked. The second thing is it keeps, believe it or not, even though I'll think I'm overworked, my brain works better having multiple things to be able to check into. I can actually organize my other job better. The fact that I know I'm going to have something to concentrate on afterwards, and I won't be bouncing back and forth. And it's probably healthier that way. It gives me a distraction away from work. And I'll tell you what, I know this whole quarantine thing is shutting down. I don't know what to do with myself. Not because I'm a remote employee. I've worked from home for years. That hasn't been, to me, business as usual there. But not having this project, that's why I'm in here ripping out floorboards and relaying glue. I can't stop. You know, it won't work. So I think that it really allows my brain. I don't know if you're the same way, dude, but it allows my brain to organize.
Everything better. You're saying is I'm just like,
it's an illness, dude.
It is. And it's just, I work better under pressure. And when I have too much stuff, and if I had too, and it sounds fun. Sometimes I get burned out. I'm not going to lie to you. And I have to refocus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the first guy to tell you, doing this lab and a full-time job and a family for 7 years. Don't think there's been times where like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And then there's a whole bunch of reasons that I keep going. And that's a lot of the community and comments and I get inspired. But it's not like that all the time. It's just, I go through these phases, but I'm telling you right now, it would be fun for about 3 days to just go, throw my hands in there and go, I'm not going to do anything. And about the third day, I would want to kill myself. Not literally, right? But
no, I know what you mean.
I'm not that type of person. Like I have to feel so accomplished and, God, I could just, everything you say. And it is who I am. And later in life, I've accepted it. Before I would try to, I got to back off and I got to just take some time for myself. And it just doesn't work for me. Like I enjoy helping people. I enjoy connecting with people. I enjoy creating, and I have to be busy. So I complain now and then, and that's human nature, right? It makes us feel good, but I know that it's worth it, and I know.
Oh, totally.
And I know it just as who I am. And retirement is not like, what is retirement? Like I hear that word, I'm like, I'll probably never retire. Mean? My health will be the reason that I can't work anymore in some capacity,
Yep. So I totally know what you mean. And people say, we are having this conversation around a work meeting. They're like, hey, what's retirement look like for you? I said, to me, I made a joke. I said, I want to live in a van down by the river. And people laughed. I said, no, seriously. I said, my idea of heaven is having a paid off, like super efficient, like Dodge Dually with a really cool fifth wheel attached to it. And me and my wife live wherever we want. And my brain is constantly moving and constantly going. I'm working from there. I'm traveling the United States. I got the Harley in the back. And that to me is my idea of heaven. I don't think it'll be that expensive. I think it's doable, but I can probably do consulting in what I do now. Or if this whole gym thing takes off, maybe I own franchises. Maybe I sell it I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that's far away, but that's my idea of retirement. Everyone's like, that doesn't sound very relaxing. I go, that sounds like the ultimate relaxation. I'm living on the road, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And you're still doing stuff, Yeah.
Exactly.
I think guys like us, and I don't know how much other guys in the audience can relate, but when you get, as busy as we are and running families and running two businesses, full-time jobs, and, I'm the kind of guy that, if things get stale, I can get bored with life really easy. So I have to be learning. I have to be pushing myself. I have to be, moving to the next level, or I'm not like happy. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
I like have this sponge and I just try to take in, and it stresses me out sometimes because I can't take in as much as I want to, it's only capable of bringing in so much, and so I'm just always
I feel sorry for.
I can't retain it all, bro. I can't retain it all. I'm getting old.
I'm telling you. And you know who I feel sorry for is our wives. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Especially this COVID-19, they're stuck in the house with us right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I got security cameras in here that kind of you can talk through, right? So my wife, when I went in the back just now to grab a drink between episodes, she was like, "Hey, when you coming back?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll probably be home about an hour and a half." She's all right, no rush.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
Take your time. Right?
No doubt.
And yes, I am still self-quarantine. All you guys out there listening, I'm in my closed down business doing this from here. So all the kids aren't running around in the background. And I was, again, pulling floorboards off and doing work. So.
Exactly. Now, my wife's, I'm sure she's generally tired of me, but she's not tired of me right now because I'm obviously at the Leo job we don't get
That's
to
right,
quarantine.
yeah.
So I'm going to work every day doing that anyways.
That's right.
Yeah. So there's no quarantine, but the family,
quarantine for you guys.
No, my wife's working at home. The kids, their school got shut down. And so they've been at home for a couple weeks, so we're at home a lot. And, and so when I get home, everybody's home. It's a different time because I'm not used to that. And it's kind of been cool. Not the COVID-19,
I get it.
The family thing. I've got to see my family more, and we're not just running and gunning, going to gymnastics and going to dance and going to piano, and my wife coming and I pass her and I give her a kiss and I'm like, I'll see you in 2 hours. And then she gets home and I'm out here doing a podcast with you, and so it's actually been, we've got to spend a bit more family time. So, if anything good.
You're right. My daughter's karate tournaments, her softball and everything's canceled. Yeah. I was looking forward to softball season too, man. With spring.
Yeah,
I was like,
dude.
Oh, it's cool. A sport that I like and I can sit. This is awesome. And all canceled, man. It's crazy. So speaking of that, okay, you bring up a good point. First responder, essential employees, all that stuff. I cannot, listen, I commend you guys for being out there every day in general. How many stupid tattletale calls are you getting right now?
Oh, dude. Yeah. They don't even get on the queue because
do they not?
No, they won't even put them on because dumb, dude.
Are people stopping you and waving you down? Because it's bad here.
Is it? We're different here. Nobody cares here about as much as,
Well, and social media I'm sure you see it, but every community, they have the community pages, like in my town here, they have the Vacaville community, pages, the different ones and things like that. And I think I see people outside. I don't know if they're going to get groceries.
Are you serious?
Ryan, it is so top flight security of the world, Craig. Like,
oh my God,
everyone's got a cape on right now. It is nuts.
It's so funny to hear that and how different the different areas, because here it's not like that at all. We don't get any of that really, but I'm sure it's happened. We just aren't seeing. So dude, it's that's interesting to hear that. Yeah, a lot of people are they're all of a sudden the police, dude. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. A few of my clients here. His daughter comes here. She's a softball player, so she trains here at the gym. And he's works for the local sheriff's department. And he said the calls. He's like, people are waving us down just to come to the car and tell us, how they saw a group of people over here congregating.
That's awesome, dude.
It's just like,
that's probably happening in Seattle though. We're, I bet in Seattle, which is 2 hours west of us, here we're a rural community. Everybody's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, dude.
I do not envy him right now. That's just crazy.
All right. So the main topic, which is we're going to continue this talk. This is awesome. I love it. I love catching up, and I know the audience does. Bikers. This is just bikers talking to bikers, and we're just using technology to do that. So real quick, I want to thank the following people. Of course, we appreciate our sponsors, but these people are sponsors. These are our patrons. Kurt Schindler of Morgantown, West Virginia, top tier. Bill Beck of Andersonville, Tennessee, and Randall Gartell of Menifee, California. You know where that is? Menifee, California, top tier? Yeah, okay, there you go. Now they're local there. They are some of our newest patrons, lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. That's right. Pledge a certain amount per piece of content, no risk, because you can put a monthly cap. T-shirts, our benefits and stickers, and the private Facebook group, a troll-free zone, access to podcasts, live video broadcasts and chat, premium videos, meetups, events, all that good stuff. Guys, no better time to get signed up than in 2020. And we appreciate all of you. You are the reason, honestly, that we are still going to this very day, because that's a solid deal for us, and gives us an idea of what we can continue to provide. So that is going to be the main topic. I want to mention a free video, and then we're going to dive in deeper. We're going to give you some ideas of what we've been doing. You've already heard, Matt's kind of cooped up in the business and that kind of stuff, and kind of maybe some different things we've been doing and some things you can think about it, and maybe a few of the benefits Again, not to take COVID-19 lightly, and any lives or family members that have been lost or sick. It's, with every tragedy also comes, you have to look at some of the positives that come out of it too. And
sure. And you got to laugh.
We got to.
It's not, COVID-19 itself isn't funny. It's
right.
You got to find humor in life in general, or you'll never get out alive. Right.
Well said. Well said. I just don't want anybody to think we're taking it light. We're not. And
no, not at all. No,
But
trust me, we are sheltering in place. It is happening. It is happening.
So new free video. The best universal GoPro bar mount clamp for Harley Davidson, Indian, and more. It's the Rick Rack. I did a video on it a long time ago. Absolutely. I have a lot of different mounts, and they all obviously are in the Law Abiding Biker store, but I will tell you, this universal Rick Rack mount, you got to watch the video. I use it on the adventure bike, the KLR. I use it on the Harleys. It's in my saddlebag. I can mount it to any round bar very quickly, so I can move my GoPros around depending on what time of a shot I'm trying to get. It's just a all-in-one solution. And I have other mounts, of course, that are more permanent, but this one I can just throw around and get just a ton of different shots. I'll put it in the show notes, the link to it. lawabidingbiker.com/, whatever episode number this is. So, all right. So what have you, before we get into some of the movies and things you can watch at home, because home is home, and you may be sitting around with a Frosty and you want to watch a movie or a glass of wine or whatever you're drinking,
the immunity aid.
The immunity aid.
Immunity aid.
Yep. If you're bathing in hand gel and hand sanitizer, drinking an immunity aid, you could watch a movie. Right. All right. Don't touch your TV but you can watch some movies. But what else? You kind of mentioned, which keyed me in the Facebook group the other day, about some of the benefits of riding a motorcycle right now. And maybe it's some of the best time to ride a motorcycle. Is that legal in California right now?
Yeah.
You guys are so different than us up here, bro.
Well,
in Washington.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't even like calling it a mandate. Listen, we're sheltering in place, and everyone should be sheltering in place right now because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
But I am so dang don't tread on me, red-blooded American, that you do not take something like martial law, call it something else, and then say it's not martial law. Right? So any type of legal order for you to not be able to travel on roads freely or be stopped, the questions, papers, your papers, please. Right? Are
they doing that there?
That's
not even, we would not do that here.
Yeah, I have not seen it, but what companies are given out is papers stating I'm an essential employee. So that way, if you're stopped, you can show that you have the right to be out there. I'm like, what part of Nazi Germany is that not?
Dude,
that is.
We don't even have the authority to stop. They wouldn't even give us that authority, which I don't want.
It's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by a fine and or jail time.
Wow.
Right? So if I was to open my business right now, and that's what it says on the governor's website and everything, it is, fitness facilities and fitness studios specifically are mentioned. Of course, we don't want to be sweating on each other. I get it. I closed down when that came out. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, you're a smart guy.
But
yeah, right.
It's the right thing to do. I don't want to be liable for that, nor is it's unethical, right? But to say that I'm legally forced is not it. It's oh no, it's a legal mandate, time of emergency. You call martial law or whatever you want. All right. But basically, again, that's me with my tinfoil hat, and, libertarian, Gadsden flag, flying in the back of me, but at the end of the day, it's the right thing to do. So we do it, and and the kid says like, hey dad, are you going to go out and get toilet paper? I said, hell no, we're going to the gun store. My wife said, you're doing what? I said, I guarantee you, right when I saw the toilet paper thing, I said, I guarantee you in a couple weeks, people are going to be out there buying guns and ammo. She's like, you think it's going to get that bad? I said, that's what people do. So I went and I bought 1,000 rounds of .223.
Dude, I got to bust your balls. You guys still actually have guns for sale in California and ammo? Come on, dude. Come on. We thought you guys banned all guns down there.
Oh my gosh. People are throwing fits because they can't get it over the counter right away. And I'm like, this is California, bro. Like, where were you on vote day? Of course you can't get a gun over the counter here. This isn't America. This is California.
Yeah, dude. We always got to tease all the California guys that I'm friends with down there. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I'm telling you what. But yeah. So and on I didn't buy rounds because I was afraid there was gonna be martial law and freaking military on my street. I did it because we're going over the mountain and we're freaking gonna go pink around with our ARs.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I said I know we had, and this is before the mandatory shutdown. I said I'm going to go get rounds before I can't get them. She's like, people aren't going to do that. And sure enough, the past couple of days, all the gun shops are closed and no one can get rounds and everyone's in there trying to buy up guns and ammo. I looked at her and she goes, you were right. You were right. I told you. So I got my rounds and I'm stocked up for when we go shooting because I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I just know it's people. I was in the military. I get it. I know how people. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. People panic over panic. Just panic over the panic of panic. Yeah. It's just like they don't even know what they're panicking for anymore. Anyways. Oh God. So are you able to get any, I mean, seriously, are you able to get any riding in or not down there? Cause that's one of the benefits up here that I was going to talk about is
I'm riding.
Okay.
If I'm going somewhere, I'm riding.
Yeah. Right.
Just because there's, to me, why not? There's nobody really on the road.
That's what I'm saying. So, that's the benefit of being a motorcyclist right now. It's like one of the biggest benefits, right?
Yeah. And especially, if I have to go somewhere and I just ran to this, I can only fit so much groceries in the ultra limited, but you know what I mean? But I got to go to the store. I'm going. Get the best parking. There's nobody being idiots in the parking lot. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It has been nice, man. The amount of cagers, everybody around here is, for the most part, I think like you guys, trying to follow, smart practices and your kids are out of school. My wife's working from home and it makes sense to us for a little while to social distance ourselves and, and that kind of stuff. But riding a motorcycle out in the country is obviously not a risk of any kind. And, it has been,
that's the social distancing, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Is the social distancing right there.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I've been out riding and it has been so awesome because the cagers and the dangers just went down like tenfold because I'm not having to deal with, you got the open roads to yourself, the traffic isn't, and we don't have anything traffic like you, trust me here, but it does get backed up during rush hour and stuff and that's just not happening. And so that's one of the benefits. So as obviously a motorcycle podcast, even before we get into movies and the stuff you can do at home is depending on your situation. And we've got listeners from all over the world. So I don't know what's happening in Canada, what's happening in the UK and Australia, and all Spain. And, we know, we've got listeners in Italy and they've had it really bad. So if you can, based on wherever you are, I would say the best thing to do, because you get cooped up. Obviously, people's anxieties, depressions can go up. Suicide rates are going through the roof right now. And that's one of the things the government, and I'm not trying to get too political here. I'm just trying to give you guys things to do. But that's one of the things that goes up. And so we save people from COVID-19, but we lose a ton of Americans due to suicide rates going up because when people are locked down, we know that happens. So that's just a fact. That's not me saying that. That's a fact and they know it and it's something they're trying to deal with. So the best way to not get cooped up and get depressed and anxious and all that kind of stuff is that's why we ride, right? Like that's why we get on our bikes, whether it's a Harley or a Honda or, any other.
Yeah, I'm in Sonoma County right outside of Napa. And we're very close to San Francisco, so you can imagine, the type of hysteria that's going on here. But I'm really close to Lake Berryessa. If you're not familiar with Lake Berryessa, the Zodiac Killer made that place really famous not too long ago. But
nice.
It's anyways this country road that it's just a short ride. I can do the loop in 30 to 40 minutes from my house through the loop and then back to my house, social distance from everybody. There's this country road that just takes me right to the edge of the dam where Lake Berryessa is and back. And it is so relaxing. You know what I mean? And the traffic is virtually zero right now. And like to your point, it's been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That's awesome. Let's do this real quick and then we're going to dive in. We've got a bunch of movies that you may have heard of, may have not heard of. And while you're at home, after you take your nice motorcycle ride and your fresh and you feel good and you're ready to crack open a cold beer and sit on the couch. We're going to go through a bunch of movies that you may be interested in checking out. So there you go. Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts lighting and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing, more time riding. Gotta love that. Zero 3D has a design team with riders with over 40 years experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them. Email sales@zero3d.com. Give them a call, 715-808-0027. Check at your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for those Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us. Head over to lawbendingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products. There you go. All right. Hey, I was going to ask you real quick, Matt, before we talk about the movies, the podcast, you said you're going in seasons. Is that a joke or you're literally trying to do that? And I know you've been busy. Maybe that's just because you like...
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. I meant to. I had done a quick recording and I went to release it to the platform and I never realized it didn't upload. Was just, hey, there was going to be a small hiatus, and actually I was going to use this downtime actually to put like 10 or 12 episodes in a bucket.
Oh, there you go, bro. I mean? Yeah.
And then release it. So yeah, I took about 9 months off. And I thought, well, that's about a season right there. And this is a perfect time to get it in there. And through the platform, through the Anchor platform, which I use, there's ways of doing it in season, and everything right now is listed at season 1. So I'm like, perfect. I'll just roll right into season 2.
Oh, very cool. So, very cool. Well, I'm glad. I wasn't sure. And, I check in when I can, and I always have it's so funny because I know you. And if you guys should check it out. I know it's called the Gym Rant, and it's just funny because it's Matt, and man, he gets on some rants, and I just laugh my ass off. It's a good time, and I'm not.
Yeah, it's not to be taken seriously, but it's you know what it is. It's a good venting bitch.
That's what it is.
Bitch session.
But you do it well, bro. You do it well. You do it well, and
and honestly, it's half the reason why I opened up my small studio here. Is because of all the topics and things I talk about at these big box gyms and things like that. So yeah, the next one, and rightfully so, is going to be, okay. So here's a spoiler alert. This is what the next episode release is going to be about. Because when this happened and gyms like mine shut down everywhere.
Yeah, that's a good topic, bro.
Oh, so what happened is I told my wife, and I don't know how, I just feel a disturbance in the force. I know these things are coming. I said, I bet you we're going to see nothing but ads from these so-called fitness gurus. They're going to be saying, we know how to keep your business open. Are you losing clients? Let me show you how to keep them. And I'll tell you what, every freaking gym guru. So basically, just like with any industry, there's these gurus, these people that'll swear they'll make you successful. If you just pay them, they'll come in there and they'll fill your sales pipeline and whatever.
Dude, I get it daily, dude. Oh, the emails.
These loud rumor, the Gymopoly, Gym Launch, these different companies that are just these gurus. And I got into a little bit of a social media battle with one of these.
Not
companies.
You, no.
Just yesterday, because I basically put a simple comment. I said, "Are you losing money? Are you afraid of losing money? Quick, send me money." And I just told him, I said, "Listen," I said, "there's fitness owners everywhere like me. Like I said, I borrowed no money to open this place, and I'll write for situations just like this. I may not make any money, but at least I'll survive." You know what I mean? I did that on purpose. And there's a lot of, I know other gym owners in the area, and they're hurting and they're scared, and they've shut their doors. They don't have a day job like I do. It's their primary source of income. So it's hard. And I legitimately feel for these people, and I will do whatever we can to help support them, right? We got to support each other. But these ads make me sick. And I'm like, my wife goes, why don't you do a gym rant on it? I'm like, oh, I'm so doing it, because they make me so angry to profit off other people's. They're specifically targeting this situation. And I'll tell you, people are really afraid they can't reopen their doors. Yeah, 4 weeks of bad revenue. That's all it takes to shut down a business, really.
Oh, dude. I mean,
it's it's bad. Before people, they're like, oh, isn't there stimulus for business? There's really not. For small businesses right now, all there is you can get a low interest loan. Well, that's not relief. That's debt. Right. So I told my wife, I'm like, we are not taking out a SBA loan. They keep talking about the country. We're not doing that. We spent a year growing the business. So what? Oh, well, it's not like we've been in business 10 years and we living outside of our means. We'll do it. Anyways, I'm digressing, but these individuals that are trying to profit off these hardships really making me angry. Because none of them are, hey, you know what? We're going to help you out for free for the first 2 months. We're going to take a little bit more profit, but we're going to help you for free. You see what I'm saying? So as you make your sales, you pay us. That's not what they're saying. It's quick, give us money. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the guarantee? So, and I've asked, anyways, I'm kind of talking your ear off about it, but it's to me it's just not right. It's not very ethical. So.
No, dude, there's unfortunately with, critical times like this, there's always those that will take advantage, and that's too bad. And I see it too in other certain things. Just on a story, the stupid toilet paper panic, right? Like how people weren't panicked over COVID-19. They were panicked because somebody bought a bunch of toilet paper and then they posted on social media of bare shelves. And then the people were like, COVID-19, what's that? I just need toilet paper. So they panicked about, we're not going to be able to get toilet paper. And so then I looked because I was curious. I was like, these sons, because I get mad about stuff like that, taking advantage of people. And so then I start looking, I go, I know exactly what's happening. People are going to Costco. They're buying thousands of dollars of toilet paper because they have capital. And then they're selling them. And I looked on eBay and stuff, and people were selling.
Facebook Market.
Yep. And they were selling it for like 500% markup, and I was half tempted. I said, I told my wife, she goes, you're not doing that. That's what I told her. I said, I'm going to buy some of that. Okay. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to wipe my ass with it, and I'm going to send it back to him and say, thanks for the toilet paper, dude. She goes, you're not doing that, dude. But I can't stand people that take advantage of people like that. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
It's an ethical thing to me. And anyways, I digress, but I thought you'd like that story because I tell my wife, you're not going to do that, honey.
Yeah. We're talking about what would happen when we get cooped up, and if Ryan wants to shit in a box and mail it back, I'm down for it. You know what I mean? Just make sure you vlog it first. Waste up.
Oh, no doubt, dude.
Oh man. Oh geez. So, okay. Speaking of movies.
Yeah. So let's dive in, bro.
Dude. So I've been seeing this, and I haven't watched it yet, but it's how certain things will get like that viral memes, and then all of a sudden it just becomes this topic to talk about. I guess there's this tiger show on Netflix. Have you heard about
I
this?
haven't.
It's all over social media. It's like the Lion King or the Zoo King, or let me look it up.
Okay, so I'll tell you this.
Over Facebook.
And it's not, I love, because I'm a creator, but I literally have, so when you tell me this stuff, I feel stupid. So you just tell me what you're watching, because I don't get time. The only thing I watch
neither do
once in a while is, once in a while, you're cooped up right now, but once in a while I get my favorite. The only thing I really watch is YouTube. When I get a chance, I watch my favorite YouTube channels, and I binge on YouTube. I'll say tonight I'm spending 2 hours, but I only get to do that like once every other week. And I try to catch up on all my favorite YouTube channels, and mostly it's tech stuff. And I don't really watch. The funny thing is I create a ton of motorcycle stuff, but I don't really watch motorcycle stuff at all because I create it all the time. So I'm like, I watch like camera stuff and a bunch of other filmmaking stuff.
Here it is. I'm going to hold this up for you. The Tiger King.
Interesting.
So I guess this is, it's either got a huge cult following right now because it's so ridiculous that you have to watch it.
Right.
I don't know if they're killing tigers, if they're just keeping them in captivity, and they're not. I don't know what the story is really. I got to look into it, but it's gone viral. Literally, people talking about
interesting
and watching this show about this mullet wearing redneck and killing tigers or something. I don't know. Now I'm like, well, now I got to watch it. I got to know what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
And one person was saying something like, oh my gosh, I'm in episode 3 and I just can't look away. It's like a bad accident.
See?
So I don't know.
Interesting.
So for all those folks out there, Tiger King, I guess, is good.
There's a bunch of stuff like that because everybody's got time on their hands. I mean, that's what my daughter's home doing right now is, she's a good kid, both my daughters, but they're spending a ton of time on YouTube and TikTok and Netflix. And people are passing stuff around. Like social media has been blowing up because people just have a lot of time on their hands. So
how old are your girls now? How old are they?
10 and 15.
10 and 15. Okay. Yep. So we have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. Okay. Girl. And this TikTok thing. Oh, do your daughters walk around just acting, dude,
at dinner tonight. Oh,
they're like, Daddy. And
oh my God.
Can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like slapping and snapping my fingers here. And it's like they can't stand still.
No.
I'm like, stand still. They're like doing these little moves and what are you doing? It looks like they got hit with a nerve agent.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yes. No, I am exactly. And I hear, and she's constantly like sending me TikTok videos and she's, and just like the weirdest platform in the world. I sound like an old guy because I love new platforms. I think it's a cool platform. I'm not interested in it because our audience isn't there at all. It's very unique to a very specific young. I think there are certain older people that are watching it, but for the most part, is
it like 15-second videos? Is that
it is. It's like 15 seconds, and anybody can be on it, and there's no real monetization to it. So my daughter will tell me something like, oh, this guy's got, and she understands because I've talked to her a lot about marketing over time and kind of how you have to build a business because I can see that she's kind of an entrepreneur too. And I tell her, I go, so he's got, he's a star on TikTok. I go, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And she tells me, well, he's got X thousands and thousands of followers. I go, but he's not making a thing. So that's not a sustainable business model. Because TikTok they aren't monetized at all. And I said, you have to have sponsors, honey. I mean, that's great. And it gives them personal satisfaction. But I go, if they actually want to turn that in their business, they're going to have to figure out how to monetize that because just having followers means nothing, So but it's fun and talking to her about it, but they're absolutely fascinated. It's little 15-second videos and the weirdest people get on there that have zero talent, but yet they get tons of views because it's just shocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's an interesting platform. Maybe it will eventually, be big and monetize and who knows, but those people, and some of the people are actually funny. Like there's this guy, God, I love talking like this, but we'll get back to the topic. But there's this guy that does, bikers like hearing us talk about shit like this.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Just bikers talking. But there's this guy that he's got a shitload of followers. He's actually pretty talented. He does impressions of, he does these impressions of little skits, and he does all the voices and the actor, and he just wears different clothes and stuff. But he does Donald Trump, Obama, Biden and a whole bunch of the current, crew that's going back and forth, but they're all like together doing different things. And anyways, ton of followers, super talented. But, I told her, I said, he actually needs to take his talent somewhere where he can get paid for it. Cause that kid's sharp.
He needs to sell tickets to a show.
Yeah, exactly.
And people will go, you know what I mean? That's how you do it.
He can only work that hard for free for so long. And that's why I tell people, in the past about Lab, it started as a hobby, but you can only work, 14-hour days for so many years before you're like, I should probably at least somewhat get paid for this. Like I can't justify the hour. I mean, it's America. You should get paid for your work. And if people appreciate what you do, you should be getting paid for it. And so we started Patreon and, at first you kind of feel guilty, but you're like, I can't, this is unsustainable. I can't, I got to sustain this.
It turns into something of value, and it is.
Yeah, right.
A hobby turns into value, and value is worth paying for. Absolutely, 100%. You know what I mean? And lifestyle. So it's one of those things. And trust me, I know. I told my wife, I said, I haven't mind working for free, because everyone's just like, oh man, you work so hard doing the business. How much money you make? And I'm like, I'm a small business owner in California. I'm not making a dime yet. Right. I'm just not. And everyone's like, why are you doing it? I'm like, because eventually. So they say the American dream will pick up. I eventually want to open up more square footage and more things. I mean, I opened this place on a whim. I just did. I said, I'm going to open it. It's not going to cost me anything. The floor is going to cost me a little bit because that crap's expensive.
Yeah, right.
I did most of the work myself, and I just did it, and it just started working. I'm like, well, here we go. So things. See, now people are getting, look into our ADD brains. Look at
exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what happens when you have us cooped up and and talking and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm like, what the hell's this guy doing with a motorcycle?
Right. No doubt. No, these guys have not talked about one movie that they were going to. Yeah. So, no, I think people realize these are just fun BS episodes, and hopefully they're, riding or driving truck or, running or out just walking going, yeah, I can relate to some of that. So, all right. So let's dive in. So here's a movie. I'm going to go through a bunch of movies here. I'm not going to get, I had it because I didn't know how the episode would go that we could get super, in depth with the movies, but we'll just give kind of quick overviews. Have you seen this one? The World's Fastest Indian. Do you ever see that one? If you can remember, I don't get all the movies for the most part that I'm going to list here. I haven't seen because I don't have time. It's not that I don't want to watch them, and maybe I will, dang it. How was that? What do you think?
I really liked it. That was with, Anthony Hopkins?
I think you're right.
Hannibal Lecter, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I don't have it here, but I think you're right. I'm picturing it. Yeah.
Yeah. What I loved about that movie was they try to stay fairly accurate with what was going on because they've got all the pictures and everything, and I think they still have the motorcycle, or at least the first shell of it. Right? He basically took an Indian. He made his own pistons. He made his own by melting aluminum parts, and it was just an amazing.
I gotta see it, bro.
You'll really like it. At the end of it all, it really was just an Indian motor, on this rocket ship that he built.
Yeah,
2 wheels. But it's an Indian motor that launched him, and it's a really cool story. And the guy just wouldn't give up. They kept telling him, no, you're too old, and no this, no that. And he ended up getting in the race. And on the it was it Australia?
You know if it's based on a true story?
Oh, it is. It's a true story. Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
100%. Yep. It was the dried lake beds where they hold all the races, right? I just don't remember if it was in the States, if he traveled to the States to do it, or if they did it in Australia. I don't remember, but I remember that's where he was from Australia. If I remember right, I might be wrong, but yeah, it was a good movie.
Oh, the trailer, I'm not going to play it, but it looks like the trailer came out January 10th, 2011. So not a super new movie, but definitely I need to watch that. So I'm glad you watched it and you had some insight.
It's a timeless movie. Because it has to do with, when it was made in 2011, it was about the past. So you can watch it. You can watch it anytime and it'll make sense.
Exactly. Good. Number 2, Hitting the Apex. Do you know anything about this movie?
No.
Okay. So I'll just give a brief. In 2019, Valencia GP seems such a long time ago. The 2019 Valencia GP. By now, let's see. I'm just skipping to the meat and potatoes here. Underway in the night sky in Qatar. This is an interesting one. Check out Hitting the Apex, the latest in the line of MotoGP documentaries. Hitting this Apex picks up from picks from Fastens as it follows the life of 6 riders, and it gives a bunch of names here. Over the course of 2013 and 2014 season, including the dark day where Simonacelli is his name, lost his life. I'm not familiar with a ton of this guy, so I'm just kind of breezing through here. Curated by MotoGP commentator Mark Neal, voiced by Brad Pitt. Interesting. Hitting the Apex encapsulates all of the emotions and drama that these superhumans and their family members go through over the course of a MotoGP season. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah. Sounds good. Good.
I'm going to pull up the trailer. I'm not going to play it only because by the trailer, I have links. I can see when the trailer came out, and this one, something like 4 years ago, a bunch of the comments. So it looks like maybe about 4 years ago. So, all right. Have you seen this one, Any Given Sunday?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it and I've heard lots about it. What do you say?
Yeah, it's been years. It was a good movie.
You meet the nicest people on Honda. Interesting. On Any Sunday came out in 1971 in an era when bikers were included amongst social outcasts and biking had a bad rap bad rep in general. Steve McQueen, a diehard. Yeah. So credit is given to the legendary actor Stephen McQueen, a diehard motorcyclist who produced the film while being part of the racing community back then. The movie was one of the first to use helmet-mounted camera shots. Imagine that. More than 40.
What that camera looked like.
Yeah, more than
to the top of the helmet.
No doubt. This was more than 40 years before GoPro was invented. No shit. Oh God, can you imagine how heavy that rig was? Riders rode proper dirt tracks with the bulky camera equipment of the time. However, the footage still managed to put 90% of the moto vlogging content on YouTube of today to shame. Oh, I disagree. We'll have to look at that. Sounds like a colorfully written article, but yeah. So yeah, what do you think about the, you have any comments on any given Sunday or on any Sunday? Sorry.
So,
or has it been so long?
Right,
yeah. Okay.
It's been so long, but I do know that there's some, timeless and classic quotes and scenes from the movies that people still use today. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch that. Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited. I just need to force myself to watch some of these. Number 4, and we're just going to rip through these because I know you've been on a long. This is our. If you guys don't know, this is our second episode tonight, and he's remote.
I'm having a good time.
All right,
Trust
good.
Me, my wife's not complaining. She's been stuck with me. So
okay. Well, I just feel bad. I'm like, this guy's probably like, can you just hurry up? All right. So number 4, our guy in India. Have you ever heard of this at all? This is an interesting one. I wasn't sure to mention it, but
our guide or our
guy, GUI.
I honestly haven't heard of it.
This would be my least one I'm interested in, but I'll mention it. The Guy Martin. Did you know that Guy Martin came to India, rode a Royal Enfield Bullet 350, went to Rider Mania, participated in a dirt track race, and won? Obviously, and he won. We didn't know. Neither did we in 2014. However, the truck mechanic turned Isle of the Man TT racer did just that. I hate how some of these people try to make these articles more interesting than they are.
Yeah.
Just speak English. Part of Guy's epic travel series, Our Guy in India. So apparently this guy, I don't know, but you guys may be familiar with him, but he does travel series. Our Guy in India is a 2-part feature where he engages in Indian customs and tradition, is befuddled by Indian jugged, I don't even know, and rides down from Delhi to Goa for the biggest convention of Royal Enfields in the world. So interesting,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Royal Enfields. It's no longer a British.
Oh
British
God,
bike.
I don't.
It's India. They're made in India.
Are they? Okay. Yeah, I trust you. No, yeah, I think you're right. So
I almost bought one. It was only like $3,200 brand new. It was,
dude, that's the thing. You can get those things cheap.
That's awesome. And they look like the old Royal Enfields. They built them like that. They're really, really cool. I really want to buy one. Actually, I really want one. They make them in army green. They make them in chrome and black, like just like the old Royal Enfields.
Yeah.
Really neat.
I'm just a second. Yeah. No, they're cool. There was a dealership here selling India. Yeah. Is an Indian motorcycle manufacturer. Yeah. With the tag, the oldest global motorcycle brand in the continuous production manufactured in factories in India, licensed from Royal Enfield. Yeah. Interesting.
They need to change that to again. All right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
not continuous. It's not like it's been.
Yeah. Right.
Come on. Again.
That is Wikipedia. See, you can't believe everything you read in Wikipedia. Yeah.
It's on the internet. Must be true.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah. Oh God. Don't get me started on that. My daughter, I'm teaching her that. Yeah. She'll tell me little statistics. I go, she'll tell me statistics. I'm just trying to educate her. She's super smart. She's like a damn near 4.0, but she's a kid.
Wow.
And yeah, I love that little thing. She'll go, Dad, I read that it's, 50% and 40%. And she gives me all these stuff. I go, what was your source? What was the website? And she goes, well, I go, no, pull it up on Google. And it's some like crazy site. I go, you have to learn what sites are reputable and what not, because that's actually not true.
Yeah.
So let's go to a reputable site. And then, so yeah. Oh yeah, dude. You
And
just gotta,
even on the reputable site, you got to not believe everything.
It's true. Yeah.
Give it.
Exactly. You got to get from multiple sources. Yeah.
I got to tell you, even the stimulus stuff that they're talking about going, what everyone's like, oh, isn't that great? I'm like, when I check my bank account, I'll let you know.
Yeah. No shit. No shit.
I don't believe it until I see. I mean, I'm sure it is. Even when it's being broadcast and announced by the president, I still don't believe.
Yeah, right. Will it be 3 weeks or 3 years? Yeah.
That's how hard it is to sell this guy. Okay, yeah. I wrote the book. All right, don't you dare. Okay.
Too funny, bro. All right, I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, dude. Barabari Densetsu. All right. Anyways, this is bar.
Where are you getting these from?
If you look at the show notes in the Evernote, and there's an Evernote link, and I made links to every single one of these. I know you switched from your iPad to your phone.
Yeah, let me pull it out.
If you go to the main workflowy show notes, and then I put see this Evernote, and you'll be able to see the movies I'm looking for or talking about. I did a lot of searching, try to find. I don't know what's the best, so they're not really in order of the best to the worst. They're just movies that you might be interested in watching. And
on the other Evernote, let me see. Where's the other?
The second episode. But if you guys are listening to this interested, I will put in the show notes very brief the movie titles that we talk about, and I'll try to put links to the YouTube trailers at least.
Oh, there it is.
So you can go find these. So number 5, if you scroll down to number 5, it's Barabari Densetsu. Anyways, it might appear to be your standard Japanese anime fare. Okay, we'll talk about a quick anime with a high school, again, rivalries, over the top machismo. Anyways, I'm going to skip past that one and move on. But if you're interested, if you're interested in anime, that might be one. It's a 9 episodes. There's no trailer, but they're free on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube. So yeah, might be something you're interested in. I'm not a huge anime guy.
On a CB750, huh? All right.
Well. Yeah. And Suzuki Katana. Ooh, the old Katana, baby. Katana.
Oh my God.
I had one of those for a short time in high school, bro. I had a Honda.
Like a ninja and a katana.
Oh yeah, dude. The Katana was the shit. Panty drop. Oh yeah, panty dropper, bro, back then. Yeah, straight up.
I remember.
Because I had no chance of affording a Harley in high school. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Plenty of racing action. Yeah, all right. Live action motorcycle movie. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right. Oh, here we go, bro. Do you want to cover this one? The next one?
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. I know you've seen that, right? I have actually seen that one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. It's been a long time. But, the choppers, right?
This is the Harley culture that we were talking about in the last episode about the lifestyle, the finding yourself, the finding America, the finding freedom, right? This was the Harley revelation. Yeah.
Honda.
Right?
Oh man. That bike has been replicated so many times. That the Captain America bike, you know what I mean? That thing is, and you want to know what I always found interesting? Well, when I got older and watched it, I was like, those gas tanks are like this big,
dude.
And they got to be stopping for gas every 50 miles.
Like a typical movie, so unrealistic, because you would ride that thing about 3 hours and you'd be like, and you have a 10-day ride ahead of you, like we did last year. You're like, yeah, I'm done. That is done. It's so ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't think that the Captain America bike or even that other with the drag bars on it, his other bike were swing arms, right? They weren't on swing. They were rigid, weren't they?
Oh God, I think so, but I can't remember for sure. I can't remember, but yeah. Likely back then, bro. Likely back then.
Imagine?
Yeah.
Oh, to hell with that.
No, it just wouldn't happen. I don't care who you are. It just wouldn't happen. You would make it, if you're a real man, you may make it 1-2 days, not a 10-day cross-country trip. No way in heck.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be pissing blood from jarring your kidneys.
No doubt. Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda stars Billy and Wyatt. Counterculture Keystone, of course. Hopper even helmed the production. As director. Yeah. Billy and Wyatt They are bikers, crossing the country. Oh, en route from Cali to Louisiana for Mardi Gras with a stick it to the man attitudes, right? This is the whole Hardy culture, the booming Hardy culture, right?
But did he have like heroin or cocaine or something attached to his gas cap? That was the thing, right? He had
I think you're God, it's been so long. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's fooling everybody, right? Because you wouldn't think when you're searching to check there. Give me a break. You really unscrew it. You know what I mean? When I watch it, I'm like, it's like one of the first places you'd look, wouldn't it? I mean,
exactly.
Science.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. It is a fairly, I will say, and I'm reading here, but I agree. I watched it because I wanted to watch it, and because you have to, right? Like it's a legendary movie. It's so slow paced. Oh my God.
Oh my, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel bad saying this because some people are like that movie so much. I'm like, it was kind of I didn't know if I was gonna finish it because it's so it's cool, but it's God,
it's boring. You gotta watch it knowing you're watching an older movie.
Yes, thank you.
Is gonna drag. Even when it shows them riding, they're like. They're not going very fast.
I know, dude. The lab shots we do are more dynamic now. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And we don't have a big budget, Yeah, you do. And that was well said. Is you got to watch it for the era that it was. And it clearly captivated people because it's a huge, huge movie. And I don't even know what the budget was on that thing. But yeah, back then, it was... the freedom of man, right? That was what it was all about. So yeah. All right. Let me do this real quick and we will get right back in. And we got quite a few more movies and we'll keep going quick though. Cause we do have to wrap this thing up.
Okay.
Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Oh, did we already do a Zero commercial, bro? I got talking and completely off track, dude. We got to do the Rick Rack. We got to see, I caught myself, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that can come loose and slap your paint. Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attach strapless luggage rack systems. This father-son team designed something really special. You can't find it anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack Quick Attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head over to the law-abiding biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. Oh yeah, dude, that's 7 years of experience of catching yourself when you're doing the wrong sponsor, All right, there we go. We got it in. But we will be at Rick Rack and Zero, of course, at Sturgis for a public meet and greet. Don't forget that. And we're excited about that. So appreciate those sponsors. All right, so this one's great, dude. The next one, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, bro, 1991. Have you seen this one?
I have not.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, I have not.
It's been a long time.
I watched the trailer the other day, and I'm like, I've got to watch that movie. When I'm flipping, like what to watch, and it says watch trailer, and I watched the trailer, and I'm like, I've got to see that. It's before. It was one of the. It was like the second Mickey Rourke face, right? Before he had the other 6 faces.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
This is young Michael, not, 30-year-old Michael. So.
Yep. Yeah, right. Exactly. So, Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man, has achieved cult status in the years since its release. Mickey Rourke stars as Harley Davidson again. This is still when Harley, and we talked about it. You guys will hear our other episode about whether Harley is going to survive and their poor marketing. Anyways, and this brings it right back around. Seriously, like this is Harley Davidson booming, and it's movies like this and Easy Rider that really captivated this alternative lifestyle, rebel lifestyle, right? Stars. So Mickey Rourke stars as Harley Davidson and Don Johnson. Mickey Rourke stars as Harley Davidson And Don Johnson, hot off his Miami Vice fame, is his old buddy. So yeah, the Marlboro Man, awesome, classic movie. They are supported in their exploits by other characters, with names like Virginia Slim, Jack Daniels, and Jose Cuervo. It's rather unabashed in its cheesiness and playfully rides a line between far-fetched action movie and fantasy and reality. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, I'm not going to read any more about that. We're going to keep moving along. But yeah, I would say, I'm not saying it's the best movie, but out of all of these, it's faster paced than Easy Rider. And between the two that a bunch that we're mentioning here, yeah, Easy Rider and Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man are probably two that you should start with. But that's just my opinion. You have any input?
I'm gonna watch that one. I know that's the next movie I watch is going to be that, because that's I have to.
Yeah,
I have to.
It is. It's at least it's got plenty of fights. It's got shootouts and chase scenes and snappy dialogue. I mean, it's kind of completely different than Easy Rider. So there you go. All right. Do you want to let me take the next one, and then you can do the one after that? Only because Why We Ride. This one I highly recommend you watch it. Number one, because I love absolutely my favorite types of movies. If I watch anything and I ever have time, it's a very carefully selected documentary film. And I love making documentary films, so I'm kind of partial to that. But Why We Ride was a biker motorcycle documentary film. I have it in here somewhere. So if you go back to Law Abiding Biker Lab 27th, our 27th episode, and we're well into the 200s now. If you go to lawabidingbiker.com/27, I actually interviewed Bryan H. Carroll, producer director of Why We Ride, and good production value that Bryan does. He continues. I'm in brief contact with him here and there, and I'm always willing to promote his stuff for free because he loves motorcycles, and he's not making a bunch of money. They're passion projects. But Why We Ride really captivates the motorcycle community, and why people ride and the different subsets of motorcycles. And that's about all I'm going to say on that. It's a great movie, worth your time, super clean and just inspirational, and you'll leave with a smile on your face. Do you want to take on the next one, brother? Sure.
Being Evel, as an Evel Knievel.
Dr. Evil. Evil.
It says our final flick. Let's see here.
You've seen this one, by the way, or not?
I have not.
Me neither.
I have not. Yeah, but it's about Evel Knievel. Let's see here. In his life leading up to his death in 2007. Great mix of photos and footage from Evel's stunts, which is always awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Right? So he has interviews with his friends and family, and they it looks like it dives into his exploits and his darker side, right? And then the legacy of his legacy and impact on the industry in general. So
like Knoxville and Travis Pastrana, right? Inspired by his legacy, like Knoxville and Travis. Yeah. I didn't, until I started doing my research, I honestly hadn't heard a lot about this. It was, looks like 2015. So it's actually pretty recent, within the last 5 years. That one actually is, again, I'm kind of, as I'm going through these, I'm marking the ones that I actually might invest some time in if I get a chance.
Yeah.
That one, I don't know what you think. That kind of sounds cool, huh? Who doesn't like Evel Knievel?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was, if you didn't shout Indiana Jones when you leapt from your friend's passenger car door as it was coming to a stop, you yelled Evel Knievel. Right? So there's two names before you did something stupid, you yelled out. One, Indiana Jones, and then you did it, or Evel Knievel, and then you did it. Yeah. If you're going to jump your bike off a ramp and say, hold my soda, bro, watch this. And it was Evel Knievel, and then you take off and you do it, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, no
As a
doubt,
boy,
dude.
I mean, he had an impact on everything. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, true. So I think that'd be a good one, guys. Here, I'm going to really take it back, or not take it back, but the most important thing, of course, and I'm being funny, but I'm serious. I would say if you have time, and lots of guys are doing it right now, is watch all of the Law Abiding Biker documentary films. We get the Canada one has like nearly 200,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. More than
I like that one. That was great.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. And, I felt like I've even gotten better since then. I'm always trying to up the production value, and I get better at my storytelling and the way I edit and put them together. But we've got those documentary films, and they get an assload of views, and the comments I get on them are so inspiring, which is the reason I do it. Because really, those movies, the amount of work and time I put in, I lose my ass on those. I don't even make money on them.
I couldn't even imagine.
No,
I got to make little promo videos for the gym here for like Instagram and stuff. And the amount of time it takes to edit those and get them out is crazy. That's a job in itself, let alone running the place.
Yeah. So, right. Yeah. Yeah. Those are passion projects for me. Yep. And I know how much they mean to the biker community. We have over 500 YouTube videos now. But you can go to lawabidingbiker.com at any time /ride-now. That gets you to our documentary page. All of them are free. There's only one left right now from last year, our Grand Canyon. I think I have it priced at like $5 if you want to support us. And we appreciate it. And those should keep you busy and hopefully inspired and riding. And that I hope that a lot of people can get some value out of those while you're stuck at home. So I just wanted to mention that don't forget, again, lawabidingbiker.com /ride-now. We'll get to the page where all the free ones are and the one outstanding that actually is for purchase. There you go. So, and that was a good time. I told you on the last podcast to release our newest documentary because guys are like, dude, you couldn't every other comment, like, dude, you couldn't have picked a better time. Like, dude, thank you so much. Like, dude, I feel like I was there. Like, thank you. I can't ride right now, but thank you. And so, definitely inspiring to see some of those comments.
I'm going to go home, have a cocktail and tune in myself. Cause I don't think I watched that one yet.
Oh yeah. So, I just released it publicly like 4 days ago. Which
trip was this one?
That was the Midwest trip. It was a 12-state, 10-day trip. And I'll tell you, I edited the hell out of it. And it's still,
that one I haven't seen yet.
It's an hour and 40. So you got it. But I know. And
I'll drink slowly.
Yeah. This is the interesting thing. A bunch of comments on there are like, I first saw it was an hour and 40. I had to, and I even narrowed it down. Like, I have so much footage, like trying to captivate that in a documentary is hard, but there's so much. A lot of guys were saying, and it had
taken you a month to edit. At least,
dude.
At least,
actually,
right? I mean,
about 180 hours.
Oh my.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Between the story writing,
footage, GoPro footage, you got all kinds of different
massive cameras, drone cameras. Yep. The Sony
gosh.
And then the story writing and the storytelling and then the editing. People have, like I said, they're passion projects because I lose my ass on those, but it makes me feel good when I hear comments like people say, I first saw it was an hour and 40. I wasn't sure. The next thing I knew, it was over, and I couldn't believe it had been an hour and 40 minutes. It was so captivating that they never got bored. And that's how I try to edit them. Like, that's my mission, is to never have you get bored. Like the next thing pops, and I've learned that over time. So to hear those comments makes me realize.
You gonna make one for the Sturgis trip?
Yep. Oh yeah. Definitely. The Sturgis documentary, I will be filming the entire trip and at the meetups and everything. So that should be interesting. I hope, it's not to get off track, but that's what we do, right? I hope Sturgis doesn't get canceled, bro. A lot of the motorcycle rallies.
Because I want to try to make plans to get out there,
dude.
Because that would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Be awesome to meet you in person too. But a lot of the motorcycle events have been canceled, and I just am hoping we can get through this thing. And that I know that they're worried as shit, because you know how much Sturgis will lose. That puts that on in the city itself, dude. Oh, they plan on that income. That's part of their budget.
That's their whole year.
Exactly.
That's the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's out till August. So I feel like it will be okay by then.
You know what I need to do is I'm gonna, if there's even any openings, I'm gonna look at the RV parks and stuff around there. I'm just gonna go schedule it just to get it done.
Right.
I'm sure I have to pay something in advance, but I'll do it. I think I'm going to do that, get ahead of it, because like I said, we've had some things planned that have been canceled. So I got the vacation time.
Oh yeah. So, there you go. Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to have the trailer because my wife's going to want to glamp. She's not going to want to.
Exactly.
She wants to ride, but with the new baby and everything, she's just like, I don't know if I want to ride. And I'm like, all right, you drive the camper, I'll ride.
The crap. Yeah. Hell, I get it. That's how my wife was too, dude. I can't blame her for being smart like that. You know what I mean?
It is smart. She is being smart. Yeah, she is.
We're not. That's why we have wives.
Well, yeah. That's right.
All right. Let me grab the next one, and then you can grab the one after that. So Long Way Around. This is a lot of you. And I know that guys are going to crucify me. I just don't have time. And I know that this is a popular movie. They're obviously, we mentioned in the last podcast a little bit, but it's Ewan McGregor and his pal, writer, actor, Charlie Boorman. Anyways, Boorman. I don't need to say a lot about all that. You follow up with me, but their adventure. I love adventure writing. I have an adventure bike now. It's adventure writing, and they've done another new movie recently, and so everybody pretty much knows about these except me, but I'm becoming aware of them, and if I get time, I'll certainly watch it. What do you've seen it? I actually haven't seen it, bro.
I've seen both of them. Well, I saw Long Way Around and Long Way Down. Long Way Around was definitely better.
Okay.
Ewan McGregor caught the blunt end of some comments he made about hunting. He's got eaten alive.
Oh, no shit.
Oh my, what he did, they're in a different country, right? And they were hunting a bear, and I don't know if they were hunting the bear for the bear bladder and paw, or if it was for meat. I don't remember, but it's a different country in general. They have different guidelines in the United States or anywhere else.
Right.
And that's part of their culture, and that's what they're hunting and using the parts for. Right. But he let out comments about hunting in general. And so on Long Way Down, there was I think it was a goat. They had to eat a goat or whatever, or something, or they captured something, they shot something. I'm pretty sure they brought a goat along and they slaughtered it. And Ewan McGregor had changed his, that's what you got to do to eat and survive. Well, that's what you do. Nothing wrong with it. So it's so funny. A Long Way Around, he caught that flack, and you can tell they made it a point to where when they showed this animal being slaughtered, that he made sure he commented that, we're not going to judge anybody else's lifestyle. So Ewan McGregor,
got caught up in it, huh? Yeah.
So that's what. But the movies, I digress. But the movies are great. The Long Way Around was really, really good. Long Way Down was about going as far down as they could,
right,
from north to south, and they had a bunch of passport issues, and they ended up in third world countries, and or areas and territories. So it was good, but it wasn't like Long Way Around. Long Way Around had a more of an emotional impact. When you're watching it, you're rooting for them and everything else. So
tell me this, having watched these, is it more about motorcycles or is it more about the experience, or 50-50? Not that anything's bad.
Experience. It's probably about 50-50, because in the beginning they really were looking to get sponsored by KTM.
Oh,
and KTM pulled out. I believe it was KTM, and it was Charlie's favorite bike. He was really looking forward to it. He's like, KTM's going to do this, blah blah blah, and they pulled out, and he got pissed. And BMW ended up saying, "Sure, we'll sponsor," but they break down along the way. They fabricate along the way some things. It's really cool. You'd get a kick out of that part.
Okay,
those parts. So yeah, so it's definitely. Ewan McGregor's looking at his gas tank 2 times, gets gas all in his eyes. So it's just some cool stuff, cool biker stuff.
So are these guys, and I'm going to get crucified for this, and you'll probably crucify me. And again, it's just because I don't have time. I'm a creator, so I don't get time to research this and watch it. Are these what's the background of these cats like? Are they like actually pro adventure riders, or are they?
They've been riding a long time. And this is their favorite kind of riding.
Okay.
And it just so happens that Ewan McGregor is a famous actor. So
yeah, didn't he do a Star Wars? I'm going to get crucified for this. Yeah. I did light research.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm neither a Star Wars fan so I'm, So, all right. So,
it's all right. It's all right. But it's a good movie. Good movie. Or not a movie. It's a show. It's a series.
Yeah. Right.
They're on Netflix now. And now I guess that electric motorcycle Harley thing is floating around with these two cats.
Yeah, and and that's why I didn't want to give them a bad rap. It's not their fault. Like they got sponsored to do it, and they bid on the money, and maybe they should have double thought about that. Like, is this really practical? But I get it. When you got to make money, I guess you got to.
Oh, I'm going to watch it. It's not going to make me want one.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to watch it.
After you watch it, let me know what you think, if it's worth my time.
I will. I will.
Thanks, bro. All right. So let's see. So, why don't you do this one, the next one?
The wild one?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, 1953, the wild one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I've heard of this movie.
I think I saw this when I was like 12.
Okay.
I believe, because this is, motorcycle club, rival gang. Yeah, I believe so. I don't really remember it other than it being uber old.
Marlon Brando, bro.
Marlon Brando.
As a black rebel motorcycle club leader, Johnny Stabler.
His Triumph. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, a Triumph Thunderbird, bro.
Yeah. Now it's coming back to me. Yeah, I do remember the Triumph. Yep. I just don't remember too much about the movie itself.
Yeah, he let's see. So performed persona of the outlaw biker, the classic repartee. Yeah, where Johnny answers the question, "What are you rebelling against, Johnny?" Oh, the movie tells the tale of the mayhem that ensues when the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club hightail it to a small town and clash with local and rival gang, the Beatles, after stirring up trouble at the motorcycle race. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you want to go back that far. 1953. If you're really on week 2 of house arrest, lockdown, you may want to watch that. So, all right, so. We're almost done, guys, and hopefully this is inspiring you to watch a few of these different movies. But LAB-68, so lawabidingbiker.com/68. Sit.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Sit, Stay, Ride. Motorcycle Sidecar Dogs documentary. It was a film or an interview with creator Eric Ristau, if I remember to say that right. Ristau. I had him on a couple different episodes, I believe, but official trailer. Yeah, they've got an official trailer on YouTube. I did watch this, obviously, all the people that I interview, the creators. He does a really good job too. It's a documentary style. So obviously that's mostly what I watch, is only documentaries. I'm very inspired by those, but it really captures the essence of both the freedom of riding a motorcycle along with the close relationship between man and dog. I mean, how can you go wrong there? Right. So the movie will capture not only the attention of bikers and motorcycles, but also those that are avid dog lovers, or anyone who wants to see a well put together documentary and be inspired about the simpler things in life. The best part is that 25% of the proceeds of that film, if you guys buy it, it's will be donated to animal rescue organizations. And it was well put together. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my girls. He sent me a link after I interviewed him, a link to get it free ahead of time. And it was super, super cool movie. And just like, this is like an all-American movie, right? Like, yeah, nothing trashy about it. Just straight up good documentary about life and inspiration. Yeah. So. Yep. All right.
Well, that's the end of our list, huh?
It is. Do you got anything else before we take it out? Like books or other movies that I didn't mention, or things that you think guys should.
You want to know what movie I watched?
It can't be in the porn industry.
No.
We can name a bunch of those.
Yeah. No, what was it? American Dresser. American Dresser.
I have this. Okay, hang on. So this is interesting. I keep very specific notes about show ideas and stuff. And I was looking through today when I was doing movies, and I was looking for topics before I got a hold of you about what we should talk about. And I have one, Matt Pass, private Facebook group, American Dresser. And you would mention that. I seriously, dude. I looked at it today and I was like, I wonder if I should bring that up or save that. Tell me about it.
There's a low budget film. You got some fairly known actors in it, or actors you really haven't seen in a while, really. But I liked it. I enjoyed it because it was about a guy on his, on his electric glide going across America. I guess he lost his wife, and he was just going through some things, and he takes a ride, and then he's a Vietnam vet. His other buddy goes with him, but just some of the thing. It's just about a guy going back and finding himself, right? And he, of course, meets a young kid across the way that's running from the law, and honestly, when the movie ended, you kind of go, oh, that's it? Oh, okay. But it wasn't bad. I actually own it because there was no other way to rent it. I think renting it was $4.99, or I could buy it for $12, and I just bought it. Right. So I have it on my Prime account, or maybe it's Google Play Movies. I don't know where it's sitting, but I actually own it. There's a really cool song in it by ZZ Top called American Dresser.
Yeah.
And I tried forever. Maybe I can now that some time has passed, finding it to download, but I couldn't find it. So I had to capture it from the movie itself and record it. Right. The audio hijacked. I got some sound effects from the movie in it, but it's such a good damn song. I'm I love that damn song. But yeah, look, watch it if you get a chance.
Interesting.
It's just one of those things that, I think they had the budget to do it. They wanted to make it, and they did. I don't think it did very well, but
it doesn't look like it. But that's fine. Each speaks to somebody else. Yeah, American Dresser. Real quick, and we'll take it out. Actor takes a role. Yeah, just
you should play the audio. Play the audio from the trailer. I think it's.
Is it on there? Let me see.
Well, it probably has to look it up in YouTube.
I'm looking it up right now. American Dresser trailer. This one might be worth just a little bit here. Let's see. American. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to play the trailer. Let's just listen to the trailer.
I see you got the bike out.
I thought she needed some attention. I wanted to take a ride. It's been way too long.
Where you headed?
The great Northwest.
You got to take me with you.
Ooh, the Northwest, bro.
It's the last chance I have to take a ride of a lifetime.
My name's John.
Willie. Or maybe I'd tag along for a couple of miles.
Couple of miles? Yeah, sure, why not?
Motorcycles have come a long, long way. But there's one thing that never changes. Women love men on bikes.
Not what I expected.
Any other secrets, Dad? It's your job to hold this family together.
You didn't ride all this way to turn back now. And neither did I. I just want to finish what we started.
That's the song.
Okay, nice.
There's a part of me out there I need to find. I can't move mountains, but I'm gonna climb. To let you take away my pain will be my pleasure. American Dresser.
Okay, interesting. It's the trailer doesn't tell a ton, but
not a ton.
It's well filmed. I mean, it's not. I mean, some of the videography looks. It's not completely some underground project. They clearly had some budget and money to put into it. So that's actually maybe that one will be for me to watch on the top of the list. I wished I could get a really good summary of it, but everybody has a different long descriptions of it. But tell me, in a sense, tell me again real quick and we'll take it out. It's a guy riding cross country. Is he sick or something? I'm getting from the thing. Okay.
In the beginning of the movie, it's clear, I think his wife has passed, and I think he's either drinking or something. And his daughters are like, listen, you need to go find yourself.
Yes.
You need to figure this out. Be our dad again. And he goes in the garage, and it's kind of how the movie starts, and pulls the cover off this electric glide, right? That one he's riding, a full American Dresser, as we all know, like a dressed up bike. They call it American Dresser, that's why they call it American Dresser, the movie. So his buddy comes in, and you see that part in the trailer. He says, hey, what are you doing? You taking the bike out? He says, I was thinking on going on a ride. He wants to go across country. he always was threatening to do it and never did it. He was going to do it with his wife, and they never did it. So he goes on this ride, and through it really just to know just old Route 66, and ends up running into meeting some folks along the way, and finding some trouble and having some fun, and of course his buddy shows up anyways. He wasn't supposed to go with them, and he's on an Indian, a big full dress, Thunderstroke 111, and he rides with them. His buddy ends up going down or something, or getting beaten or something, I forget. And he ends up riding back home alone, all by himself, and finding himself, and he's smiling. And when he gets home, he tells his daughter, hey, you look like you again. And he's like, I feel like me again too. And the movie ends. So it's just a cool, it's definitely a time filler, definitely worth watching. I wouldn't say, don't
not movie of the century.
Wife and kids. Yeah. Don't force the wife and kids to watch it.
Thanks. That's a good review, bro. Yeah. Watch it by yourself, drink a beer, enjoy it for what it is. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
And that's
exactly. So it's,
good. That's a good review, and I'm glad you actually watched that. That actually sounds all right. And of course, you can watch that right after you watch the Lab documentary, right? All right, there you go, guys.
Right.
All right, so no, it actually looks.
I like documentaries, though.
Dude,
I do.
Are you?
I'm like you,
dude. I'm so. And my wife and kids always look at me, and I'll watch movies with them once in a while. Just
I nerd out.
I like to spend time, dude. Yeah. I love a good documentary that captivates me and moves me and inspires me. Dude, I am like all in. I specifically look for like the best documentaries, and when I actually get time, like once in a while, I'll actually sit and watch like an hour and a half documentary, and it can be about a lot of different things. One of the recent documentaries I watched, and then we're gonna take it out, dude. I can keep talking to you, God.
Yeah. Totally.
You're like a brother, dude. I can just talk to. I'm trying to, God, and why is the name? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, while you're looking that up, I mean, I like a good, fictional story too. I like to, so I can turn off my brain and veg for a minute. I'll watch a few episodes of The Walking Dead or something. You know what I mean? And be like, okay, that's enough.
Right.
I'm done. Yeah, zombie, got it. But I'm done. But I do love a good documentary. And you know what? People can sit and like have a drinks and watch it. I can actually sit with beers or a cocktail and watch a documentary, because to me it's almost fulfilling. It's you're learning and you get it. And if it's like a relevant thing, like I'm really into they redid Devil at the Crossroads on Netflix. It's about Robert Johnson and the blues and all that other stuff. And man, I could just sit there and have a cocktail and watch documentaries like that all day long. You know what I mean? It's just
Me
cool.
too.
It's cool. So yeah. And
history
stuff. Oh my God.
Oh, history stuff. Yeah. And I'll sit with, once in a while I'll entertain my family because I need to spend time with them. So last weekend we sat down, and it's once in a while, and I get through it, but it's just me. And we sat down and watched Jumanji. And
the new one?
The new one. The old one, the weekend before, because I'd never seen it. I told my family, I want to watch some movies with you. My kids are home. They're out of school. I want to spend some time with them. And it was fine. But I'm so like, and then we watched the second one last weekend. They're good. But I'm so like, in my mind, I'm like, I could so spend this time watching a good documentary that actually moves me, inspires me, changes me, makes me cry, laugh, whatever. What I was going to say is, and it doesn't have to, the documentary can be about a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be motorcycle. And I know a lot of people know about this one, but it was so well done as Free Solo. Rock climbing.
Oh,
dude,
I've heard of that.
I'm not a rock climber. Don't want to rock climb. Don't know shit about it. Absolutely an inspiring movie. Another one who he's not a huge filmmaker, but the way he did it was it's about slacklining, and I'm trying to think. Let me look at it real quick. Just to give guys a few extra. That was done really well, but Free Solo, amazing. If you get a chance to watch that, bro,
I'm gonna check into it.
Yeah, look at this one too. I follow him on YouTube. He's a super humble guy, not a big name, but makes a living at making independent documentaries. It's called Untethered. You gotta check it out, bro. It's about the slacklining life. You know what slacklining is? Where they put those lines across cliffs, and they're like tightrope.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole obsession. It's like Batwing suits, or squirrel suits, but dude, untethered. I'm never going to do it, dude. But the way those were put together and the intensity that it gives you, I mean, you literally like they're climbing and you're like, you feel yourself. You're like, all of a sudden, like, Ryan, relax. You're not on the cliff. Like, but
that's nuts.
Yeah. So the way they're put together, but untethered, if you guys get a chance to watch that, there's Levi Allen is his name. Super, super good filmmaker that really captures that. And then I believe Free Solo was made by the National Geographic Channel was funding that, but I can't remember for sure. Anyways, there you go, dudes. I could get off. But those two, I don't care if you like rock climbing or slacklining, they're worth your time. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, good stories.
I think we got some good content out there.
That should last at least a couple days, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a couple days of being stuck at home. Yeah.
That's right.
And most of all,
jeez,
don't forget to get out and ride your damn bike. Yeah. There you go. And then watch the movies in between. Thank you, Matt Pass.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah.
It's good to talk to you, bro. And I'm seriously, bro, you committed to 2 episodes and we're a little over 3 hours in. So thank you, bro, for committing to that.
Oh, of course.
When I get your time, and sounds like I picked a good time because normally you wouldn't have this extra time. So it must have been like a little bit of fate for me to text you.
Totally.
So I'm glad the family's doing well. And any other topics you come up with, you always know. I've told you in the past, if you ever come up with something you want to rant about, and if you're not ranting on the gym rant, you can rant here with me. So yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Thanks.